So the customer brought this in yesterday with a flat. So we recommended doing the inserts because this is the second time that he brought it in within a month, and this tire is a little bit better, actually much better than these, especially if you're just riding on the blacktop. Okay, so first thing you do is I like to work on, have the bike upside down. Sometimes it's easier. You're not fighting with the gravity, I think. I mean, you can do it, but some of the bikes, it's really, really just difficult. So this one is not as bad. On the Super 73, it's pretty easy. But I got upside down, so no working out today. So first thing you do is you can loosen the nuts, take all these clips off, tie downs. I mean, what are those called? Tie straps, right? Yeah. All right, cut those out. And I like these wire cutters. Cuts them really close when you're done with the zip ties. That's what it was, zip ties, not tie straps. Duh. 21mm. Yeah, I think a lot of the technicians like to leave all these in and then just yank them off, but I like to just take them all off there because it makes it easier when you put this back. It's not so bad when it's upside down, but when it's straight up and using this what do you call it, stand, it could be somewhat difficult. So when I lay it down, I just put it in order, just like that. And there's one more in there. I'll take that out too, and then put it next to that, because sometimes when you change the tire, you have the wheel on the side and it drops out, and then you forget to put it back on. Then you have to rework everything. So there you go, just like that. So when you put it back, you put this on first and that last. But there's a washer right there. So, and here's a simple trick. When this is tight on there, you just get the 10mm wrench and just wiggle it around. That frees up the wheel, and then you should be able to. This one you have to slide out forward and then up, where most of them just slides downward. So this is a little more secure, so just in case if you lose something, your wheel's not going to fall out of there. Okay, see that slotted washer right there? You want to remember how that goes in. So it goes inside by the dropouts, and then it's facing outward. Yeah, it's kind of hard to do one-handed. Okay, that wasn't too difficult at all. It's just that one-handed is kind of, yeah, awkward. So this was that way, right? Kind of like that. So you push it like that, and then if you turn this like that, and then you can raise it back up, because that slot is kind of like that. Okay, so I like to take this out. Actually, I don't want to leave it in there when I'm working on, removing the tire and the tube, because this will fall out. And then when you put the bike back, like I said, you'll forget putting it, and then you have to redo the whole thing again. So I'll take it out, and then I put it down like that. So this part goes in. Well, I should put it like that too. Anyway how you like it. Okay. And same on this side. So a month ago, this customer came in and he brought it in. Actually, he bought this on Amazon, I think. Wanted us to install this and to not getting flats, but I told him this is not good. I said it's not gonna really do much at all. Only thing this is good for is maybe fingernails. That's it. What is that gonna do? It's just rubber. Junk. Don't buy it. Waste some money. Buy this stuff. It's a lot of money, but it's worth it. I think they're like $70 for 20 by 4-inch tire. It's a good investment because you're not gonna get flat, or almost impossible. Because whenever you get a flat, you're probably gonna pay tube, labor, about $70 right there. So either get that done before you get flat. I would, because when you get a flat on this 20 by 4-inch on an e-bike, it's heavy, you can't push it, the tire end up coming off the rim, you're gonna mess up the tire, you're gonna mess up the rim, and depends on how far you gotta walk. Just imagine if you gotta, you can't even really push, because if it's on the back tire, you gotta lift the back end, you can't just push the bike. That's what's gonna ruin everything. So probably I say get it done before that happens. Okay, so I gotta get this pink insert in there. So don't fight it, make it easy. Just, you're not trying to shove it in there. You just put one side in and bend this over here on both sides, and it slides in really easy. It's not difficult at all. So this is a starting out point. Just get one side in there and you just push that in like that. This is one-handed, mind you. And then you open it up and shove the other side in. It's that easy. Look at that. Boom, bam, bada bang. That's it. Well, this looks like something, doesn't it? That's a pretty loose, yeah. All right, and don't forget the direction of which way the tire has to rotate. So it's got to rotate this way, and the wheel has to rotate this way, right? So this one has to go like that. All right, that's it. And when I first installed these, guess about a year ago, I would put this in first and then put the tube, but I found out it's easier for me anyways. Put the tube halfway inflated first and then put everything in. And since this is 20 by 4, putting inserts, you have to put one size smaller. This is 20 by 3, so just half inflation, just a little bit to make the shape, and then put it in there. Just push everything down. It should fall right in. Yeah, it doesn't have to be much, not too much air, just a little bit, because if it's too much, it's gonna be a little more difficult. Okay, so it's halfway, and I just wanted to show it to you. So see right there is where the hole is for the tube, and just gonna line it up and push it all in. And before I get going, I like to put the cap on. Once I thread this, I mean not thread, but once I push this in here, so that way it doesn't pop back in like accidentally, then you'd have to redo that again. Yeah, it's pretty simple. Just put the tire in first, and then the insert kind of follows in like that. See, just fell in. Look at that, how simple that was. Everything fell in, and then now you just, let's see, I just push that in there like so. Look at that, get that little bit. Like I said, one-handed, man, it's not too easy. Pain in the neck. One-handed, yeah, pain in the neck. Two hands, so much easier. Okay, hold on. That's it, it's all in there. All I gotta do is the tire. Okay, and a lot of times if you can push this right here, you won't even need these tools to put the tire back on or take it off. See, it's going in there. See, you don't even need the tools. Just makes the job a little faster sometimes, but that's it. And I just gotta put the air in little by little, make sure it's tire centered, and that's it. Okay, that was easy. Kinda. Anyways, so we're gonna install this back now. So just remember, this has to face over. So I'm gonna rotate this like that. Actually, I think it's the other way. Normally that's how it's gonna be, but this one it's gotta go back like so, like just like that. It's gotta end up right there. So to go in there, we have to install it going down, right? So remember, this goes in this way, like so, and then you push this down into that hole and then rotate it and then push it all the way back. And I'm gonna do the same on the other side with the washer. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see this, but a lot of times this is what happens because there's so little space. See how it's tight right here? But on this side, it's not gonna go in, so you have to spray this frame, drop out a little bit wider, just enough to have this fall in. Now just imagine if this bike was upright on this stand here, trying to do that. One person, one hand holding this weight, and the other hand trying to pry this open while pushing in. And this, luckily, this is just single gear without any derailleurs. But so if you have 7 gears, whatnot, and then derailleur, yeah, it gets a little tricky sometimes. But I think this one I can just do with a, see, okay, that wasn't too bad. Sometimes we get bikes in here, man, you gotta have 2 guys spraying it apart with a pry bar almost. But that's about it right there. And just get that 10mm. Push this in. Yep, it should fall right in like that. That's it. It's halfway in. So I shove it down and then turn this. Yep, press that is in. Then you turn this, and that's it. Okay, I found out another reason the tire wouldn't fit in easily is because even though this is still 20 by 4-inch tire, it has more thickness on the tread, so it was touching this, so I bent this back. So I'm gonna bend it a little bit more. Hey, sometimes you gotta do stuff like this, you know? Just a little more, and I think that's plenty. That's it. That's in. So on this Super 73, the safety dropout, so just turn this and then it should slide right in like that. See? All right, that's it. And then we just adjust, make sure everything's straight. That's about it. All right, and this, just remember how it goes back. This is how they had it. So zip tie goes right here, zip tie goes right there, and make sure you find the arrow and put it in the right position. Don't just guess it, because some of them, they're not easy, where you can put it in wrong and the bike won't work. So see the arrows? That's different. Right, it should be like right there. See? Okay, I hope I didn't record this all upside down. I mean, the bike's upside down, but I've been putting the camera down and picking it up all the time, so if it flipped it, I apologize. But anyway, it's all done. He's gonna love it. No more flats. Because it's not about just the money, you know, spending extra 70 bucks here or 100 bucks here, but just having the flat or inconvenience. Okay, that's it. All right, have a good day, everybody.